tell you twice. And I'm real discreet. The thief in the night, yeah. If I call you, I'm always scared. Sometimes you I know it's fine, yeah. I'll tell you twice. And I'm real discreet. The thief in the night. Thief in the night. If I call you, I'm always scared. Sometimes you I know it's fine, yeah. I'll tell you twice. And I'm real discreet. The thief in the night.
All right, YouTube. What's the big old deal? It's y'all favorite hood partner, Big Nina Boy, and we back with some more of it. Hey, man, they say sometimes good things must come to an end, man. So it's starting to finally come out that Wack 100 is starting to be exposed for finessing Blueface out of his record deal, man. So as y'all know, Wack 100 for years now, he bragged and got a nice share reputation of, pushing the Cash Money West flag on the West Coast. I went and looked it up, man. Wack 100 haven't currently did any business with Birdman since 2023. There's no website, there's no Instagram, there's no social media, there's absolutely no connection, right? But I definitely want to say this though, man. I definitely want to give him a applause because at the end of the day, he did that. You know what I'm saying? He brought Cash Money West to the West Coast. Yay! But at the same time, though, man, it ain't no more. It ain't no use to lying no more, man. We understand. We figured it out. But I definitely want to say this, man. How a lot of people that we look up to, like our elderly people, OGs, some of them prey on young life, man. When you so young, Blueface was 18 years old. See what I'm saying? He went and threw his music on SoundCloud. It got a little notoriety. He started doing a couple videos, and it got the attraction of Wack. And he just so happened to be in talks with Cash Money. Cash Money around that time was trying to, maneuver through LA. So they needed somebody to, that was ground zero out here, right? Boots on the ground, somebody that could move them around town without no problems and let them push the Damu flag. You see what I'm saying? Because Birdman wanted to be Bloods and Ish. And, Wack 100 helped them with that. But when we sit back and we think about all the OGs, man, a lot of people that see a young life or a young dude trying to make it out or he got something going, they attach themselves to him. They might get a nigga a little in somewhere or help him get in the door and then rob him for everything. You know what I'm saying? Blueface then got rich, right? But it didn't look like it financially because, you see a house in a restaurant, that don't really make you rich. But when we sit back and now we think, I'm like, what you do, Blue? Nobody come to see you, Blue. You a DJ. You understand what I'm saying? Like, nigga, like Wack didn't really do nothing to become a millionaire in the industry. You see what I'm saying? So let's get to the content. This is why DJ Akademiks say Wack 100 stealing from Blueface. This was a bad record deal exposed, man. So let's get to the content. Let's get it. Let's go.
Just keep, you give you same advice everybody else would give you. Keep doing what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Don't let nobody get to you. Shit like that.
That is standard advice.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
Oh, you selling Cash Money through Cash Money?
Cash Money West.
Oh, so that is through Birdman and
all I know is Cash Money West and Wack 100. It could. You gotta ask Wack about the other people involved.
You haven't seen your own paperwork?
Nah, I seen it, but Wack showed me. I ain't see the. I signed with Cash Money West. I don't really know about all the.
So Wack runs Cash Money West.
Exactly.
Then. Okay.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV.
We gotta play that back. Did y'all see how he sounded in that interview though? You know what I'm saying? He sound like, man, he has no idea. He said he's seen the contract. It was nothing too much about signing on that thing. Like he knew what was going on. Like I seen it. Like Wack 100 just gave me a paper and said this is this and this is what we go make and this is what I'm gonna get. You know, at his age, man, he was just trying to touch some money. He was just trying to touch some bread. You see what I'm saying? And most of these dudes, you get back then, you give a little 18-year-old nigga 100, 250,000. You know what I'm saying? You no longer own the rights to that song that dropped down Tatiana. You gave that away. That went platinum. They gave you $250,000 and they made millions of dollars off that record. You see what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Wack got points off that record. I promise you, if I know how a lot of these record execs and these managers do it, man, they be wanting points on your ish, man. So that's the cold part about it, man. Just I want y'all to really, really pay close attention. And y'all can't tell me if you can't see a devil with some horns on his head, because I'll tell you all the time, man, the devil ain't no red-headed man. It's us. It's us people like, you know, him. So, yeah, man, we finna run this back and we finna get to it. Shout out to everybody pulling up to the live, though. Let go.
First, just keep, you give you the same advice everybody else would give you. Keep doing what you're doing. Mm-hmm. Don't let nobody get to you. Shit like that.
That is standard advice.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
Are you selling Cash Money through Cash Money?
Cash Money West.
Oh, so that is through Birdman and
all I know is Cash
Slim.
Money West and Wack 100. It could. You gotta ask Wack about the other people involved.
You haven't seen your own paperwork?
Nah, I seen it, but Wack showed me. I ain't see the. I signed with Cash Money West. I don't really know about all the.
So Wack runs Cash Money West.
Exactly.
Then. Okay.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV, where we expose the exposers. It looks like DJ Akademiks isn't done pulling the curtains back on Blueface's contract situation. Recently, he revealed that CS2 Back had not only signed Blueface to a record deal, but also brought him on as a managed artist, which is a clear conflict of interest. In doing so, Akademiks exposed CS2 Back's questionable business practices, while also presenting Blueface with a potential path out of his contract. CS2 Back responded by going on No Jumper with Adam, insisting that Akademiks got the story completely wrong.
This is where Act gets shut down at. He said Blueface is signed to me, right? Blueface was signed to Cash Money West. Cash Money West is owned by who?
Birdman.
I just oversee that division. So what the fuck are you talking about?
But Akademiks wasn't letting it slide. Instead, he broke down Wack's claims piece by piece, digging deeper into the details and presenting evidence that only further contradicted his narrative. So with all that said, let's get right into it.
Right. Because I do want to address like this Wack 100 thing. Me and Wack did talk. We saw each other fight. And actually, maybe I called him, but not right now because I'm on like a little roll. I want to derail it. And I know sometimes I feel he derails the stream. I love Wack, though. Before I get to the topic of him and LLE, I do want to address, this idea and what I spoke about with Wack 100. It was clipped. I won't say not necessarily out of context, but people took a piece of what I said and they ran with these salacious titles to say, I am accusing Wack 100 of completely robbing Blueface. Now,
that's exactly what Akademiks is accusing him of. And not just that. He's also accusing him of lying and a whole lot of other things. We're going to see all of it unfold as this situation continues.
I could probably play what I said, just to make sure I'm holding myself accountable and not trying to like change the narrative. But also I want to play what Wack said in response to it. And maybe that's fair, right? Let's go. It's a conflict of interest. I'm not going to get in their business, but I always knew Blueface was pretty stupid. I'm going to tell you why. Blueface is signed to Wack 100 and managed by Wack 100. Let me tell you how this works. When you sign to a label, they take at least half already. Then you're getting managed by the guy who owns the label. So of your 50% that you're getting, or less than 50%, he's still taking at least 20% of that too. It's double dipping. You get what I'm saying? So you never sign, you never get managed, or you don't have a management company owned by the people that also sign you. Okay. Now, before I address and kind of like not necessarily clean up what I meant or really fully explain, I do want to give Wack 100 the opportunity.
Akademiks claims that you've been stealing money from Blueface.
Yeah, I got on his ass about that. That was crazy.
So for the record, he said since Blueface is signed to you on a music level and managed by you, that means that you're essentially taking like half of his money.
Here's the thing with Akademiks. When I talked to him, I said, have you ever done a contract with anybody musically?
Wack never said that to me, and I absolutely have.
At the beginning, you heard DJ Akademiks say that he loves Wack. But for someone who claims to love him, he sure doesn't hesitate to expose him. Right there, he says that CS2 Back is lying, and that Porky never said any of that to him. So like I said before, he's not just exposing Porky for being a janky promoter. He's also calling him a liar.
I literally have a joint venture, just like I have a joint venture, the Academy Records. It falls on under 10K. Used to be under Capitol, and now they sent me notice they're under Atlantic or AMG, okay? Which is a newly formed thing. Elliot, which is the son of Lucian Grange. The deal I did was with the son of Lucian Grange, which is Elliot Grange. It's on 10K Projects. It's there. I'm signed to my own label, right? Which literally I had to sign that myself. And also I signed another person as well. And also I've offered contracts as well. But that's neither here nor there. Would I say I have more experience in Wack with doing contracts and stuff like that? I would say no, because Wack has worked with a lot more people, clearly.
No, I said, what are you talking about? Well, I'm looking at Finesse. Finesse's contract, he got 4 or 5 people. I would never allow that to happen with none of my clients because I know too many direct people.
But who is it? It's
Bag Yo.
Oh, so he originally signed
Mob Ties.
and then Mob Ties.
JPE, which is the dad. You got Atlantic as the mother company. So that's 4. And then him. You see what I'm saying? So his 20% is really probably 20% of a 40%, which is really like 8%. This is where Act gets shut down at. He said Blueface is signed to me, right? Blueface was signed to Cash Money West.
Exactly.
Oh, you signed to Cash Money through Cash Money?
Cash Money West.
Oh, so that is through Birdman and
all I know is Cash Money West and Wack 100. Wack 100. Wack 100.
Cash Money West is owned by who?
Birdman.
I just oversee that division. So what the fuck are you talking about?
Akademiks claims.
Catch this though, right? So if you oversee that division, where's your income coming in from? You're not getting nothing from. He's the only artist on Cash Money West. How are you supposed to generate some money off of Cash Money West Blueface project? You ain't. What are you overseeing? Overseeing is another term of managing. You're managing. You see what I'm saying? So if it's only one artist on Cash Money West, how the hell? How are you generating revenue? Where's your money coming in from? You see what I'm saying? It's coming off of Blueface record sales. You get a portion, you get some points off of his album or whatever he put out on Cash Money West. That's why I say, man, y'all got to be real careful, man, because, you know, Adam is not going to question that. He's not going to be like, what do you mean you oversee? So how do you make money? So basically, you got one artist on Cash Money West. Birdman has been in the game 30 years. He's been in the game 30 years. You mean to tell me that he just opened up the doors, putting out big budgets for artists who have not proved themselves, seen a little bit of record sales off that one single, and he was just dropping all that? Hell nah, bro. Hell nah, bro. What happened is this, and it doesn't take a rocket science to really see this, right? Yeah, you know, you finesse Blueface. He don't know points. He don't know spreadsheets. He don't know none of that shit. Half of y'all don't even realize how to do a spreadsheet with a producer. You know what I'm saying? When you actually get the beat, the record, you know what I'm saying? You got to do a spreadsheet between the person who made the beat and the artist. A lot of y'all just think that it's all yours. That ain't how the game go. You see what I'm saying? And you got to get some of those records licensed if you're using samples and all that crazy stuff, man. So the music industry is a tricky place, bro. I've been around the music industry for a while. I don't know it all, but I do know a lot about it. I do know majority of the artists that y'all see in the cars and the jury, that shit is rentals. You know, I literally been at 14-hour video shoots where the shoes these niggas be wearing is white tape at the bottom of the shoe. You know what I'm saying? And they only using it for the scenes. And once he's done the outfit, The stylist is coming to pick up the clothes. the jewelry that he's wearing, most of the time, they're coming to pick up the jewelry. That rental car, they're coming to pick up that rental car. And you got to be out of this mansion by 6 p.m. You see what I'm saying? All the lights and the video production, all of that shit is all rented. Majority of the time, people think that the music industry is just this place where everybody get rich. Your average rapper that you see doing all these videos, they're paying for this shit out of their pocket, and they only doing it to stay relevant and generating views. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a lot of money in it, bro. You know what I'm saying? I still receive money from some music that I did a long time ago every month. I still get royalties every month from shit that I put out, back in the day. So it be cool sometimes, and sometimes it be trash, but it's an income. So I know for sure, a lot of these dudes, they don't really make the money that they say they do. You know what I'm saying? And some of these niggas with the big diamonds and all that shit, they're paying monthly payments on their jewelry like a car note. Yeah, don't get this shit confused, bro. All this shit is just smoke and mirrors, man. It costs money to get in the music industry. And ain't nobody putting you on just because you can sing or you can rap or you can, whatever you could do. Why would somebody just put up $50,000 hoping that your shit go viral when they got thousands of people who sound just like you? So, yeah, man, it's a tricky game, bro. Let's go.
The reason why Wack is really good is that he has a way with words, like any great media personality is. That's why I think he's one of the top media personalities. I want to make some corrections to what he's saying.
The Akademiks may love Porky, but he doesn't love Porky more than he loves himself. And that's exactly why he wasn't about to let that slide. He had to come back, double down, and once again prove that Porky was lying.
It also probably helped clearing up what I was saying. I don't know the full details of the business between Wack 100 and Blueface. Anything I'm saying it in general, even though based on what we've heard publicly from Blueface's own mouth on interviews and even recently, it feels like what I said matched up with what was going on. I don't have the contracts. I haven't looked at Blueface's stuff. So I'm going off of what they have said publicly, what we perceive, and how that should be interpreted. Here's the very premise. The premise is this. If I do a contract, like put it like this, this happened with the Offset like QC thing. It's a reason why, well, let me use another analogy before I get to that. If me and 15 chat niggas get caught up in a RICO, hopefully we don't, right? It's a reason why it's a conflict of interest for your lawyer to be a lawyer of someone else. Why is it a conflict of interest? Because at a certain point, they might have to enter into a proffer status or whatever with the government that now you have to pick whose interest you're prioritizing. It's a conflict of interest for someone else. That's why people have separate attorneys. By the way, it's the reason why a judge would get recused in many situations. If a judge, who many judges used to be prosecutors and also had private practices as defense attorneys, if a judge previously, and by the way, I thought this helped out on YSL Mondo, Fonnie Willis previously represented YSL Mondo, who's self-acknowledged as a co-founder of YSL, when she was doing private practice in between one of her prosecutorial gigs, and she represented him for a gun case. Clearly, who knows how that representation went? She may have had a lot of knowledge from attorney-client privilege. Now, because she represented him, it would be unethical of her to then prosecute him, given the fact that she also has information that it should be only between them. Now, technically, that should be a thing, but what would normally happen is that prosecutor would recuse himself. Doesn't mean that YSL Mondo could never be charged. No. What it means is that to not have a conflict of interest, you don't want someone who previously was with you to be prosecuting you, because now it puts you in a disadvantaged position. So whether it's a judge that used to be an attorney that represented you, or a prosecutor that used to be a defense attorney that represented you, those people would what they call recuse themselves. It's a conflict of interest. In business, if I'm trying to sign someone, like I was trying to, and I eventually did, I successfully signed someone to the Academy Records back then. They wanted to use my lawyer. My lawyer helped me get the deal. My lawyer got 5% of my overall deal for the Academy Records. He is incentivized to make sure me, who's going to be the guy who's signing a bunch of people, I got the budget, I'm the guy. He wants me to get the most of money because he's going to get the most of money, right? So it wouldn't be ethical if I am signing a young kid and I said to the kid, you need a lawyer, but use my lawyer. That lawyer's not going to go in there and say, hey, let me get the deal really in the favor of this guy when I'm already eating with Ack over here. He's just going to get me the best deal. Do you understand? It's a conflict of interest. It's a pretty simple thing to acknowledge. Here was my understanding of what Blueface contract and situation was, right? And Wack does a really sleight of hand right here, and I want to point it out.
What is it? It's
Money bag, yo.
oh,
Contract.
Here we go.
Anybody, music.
is money.
Here's the thing with Akademiks. When I talked to him, I said, have you ever done a contract with anybody musically? No. I said, what are you talking about? Well, I'm looking at finesse. Finesse.
Now, even though the conversation that I had stemmed from finesse, I was talking about a particular part. It's not about the 5 people in the contract. James Prince, the father's, James Prince Sr., he's listed in the contract, but really he's a manager.
All right, scratch all of that, bro. Let's just get down to common sense, bro. You got an 18-year-old little boy, right? He gets lucky, come out with a song. The streets going crazy behind it. He do these high school tours because at that time he was 18. So he had the high schools all over LA going crazy about his music. Everybody playing in their cars. The little Tommy the Clown people was playing this shit, right? You know, he come from a dysfunctional family. You see what I'm saying? Here come this guy, you know what I'm saying, who learned how to rob people out of their music contracts, who he set up under for years, which is who? Suge Knight. You understand what I'm saying? This ain't, and not even like that, this ain't no different from how Big U did the Nipsey Hussle contract. You see what I'm saying? Him and Steve Lobel was part manager to Nipsey Hussle contract. These dudes were getting paid for what? You see what I'm saying? What did actually Wack 100 do? What did he literally do to boost his career? You see what I'm saying? Because his music put him out there anyway. You see what I'm saying? The music got those interviews and got him, the radio stations looking at him. Not you. You know what I'm saying? That was all off of him. Only thing you did was like you was a glorified bodyguard. And you got points off of his music, right? Because that's the only way. Wack is not helping Blueface for free, bro. It's no way that man could be running around town wasting his time, you know what I'm saying, and getting nothing out of it. Which was getting a little what? A salary from Cash Money to oversee Cash Money West? Not likely. There was never no website. You go look at the Cash Money West Instagram, that shit ain't been active since 2018. Yeah, nigga. So, nigga, yeah, man, let's keep it real. Blueface little young ass sat there and said, all I know is I'm signed to Cash Money West and Wack 100. That means that you're managing him, right? So you get a percentage of what you can get him produced for him, right? And I know you got points off that boy album, but I promise you this, mark my word, that man's his contract is one day is gonna pop up on the internet, and they go like, damn, you did that 18-year-old little boy like that? Yeah, you pretend you've been running around here acting like you got his best interest. His mama asked you, do you got her son? And you say, yeah, I'm the one that got him my house. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the stuff that Wack 100 did for him at 18, his name is probably on that mansion too. I bet you that his name is probably on that house, probably on some of them cars and all that shit, man. That man became a millionaire off of what? Off the music industry? Who did you rob to get there? Because we know what Suge Knight did. You set up under Suge Knight. And you got your opportunity. You got lucky. You found Blueface. And you finessed that boy out of everything that's rightfully his. That boy became a streamer. He had to go stream and do reality TV shows just to thrive and survive, bro. When y'all know that Tatiana song went platinum, he should have had millions and millions and millions of dollars. Y'all go look at that shit. He didn't win platinum a couple times. It shouldn't be nowhere in hell, you know, he late on his restaurant payments, you know what I'm saying, for the facility. It shouldn't be nowhere in hell that nigga got to stream all day just to stay relevant. Yeah, bro, like that's some cold game, man. You took advantage of that boy, man. Let's go.
It becomes a conflict of interest. That's where I got this idea of conflict of interest. If he's supposed to be managed by the father, but signed to the son, why in the contract does the father, who is quote unquote going to be that's already a conflict of interest. You're managed by the father of the nigga you're signed to. Come on, like these are like kind of simple things, right? Like we're not like we don't got to be Aristotle or something, right? But whatever. Let's say that happens. When reading the contract, the father was also included as someone that was going to take percentage. Well, to me, that's double dipping. How are you the manager? And how are you also in the contract as the person that will be getting some type of proceeds from the music as if you were a label or, and this is the important part, a production company. Now, I'm going to explain to you a little bit of music shit because Wack is going to over talk it right here. Listen to Wack.
His contract, he got 4 or 5 people. I would never allow that to happen with.
Okay, so I explained that part already, right? It's not about necessarily the amount of people. It's that some people are doing 2 different roles, but they're all claiming percentage. That's a problem.
None of my clients, because I know too many direct people.
But who is it? It's
and also the problem, even if you're saying, because somebody could make they could make the argument to say, well, JPE, which is James Prince Entertainment, he's in the contract because, you know, he's going to do management stuff, but he's just getting his money from the label. Well, no, you could do a letter of direction. And even then, that still piggybacks the artist because you're saying that you have now signed a manager for the duration of your record deal. That seems more than a manager. That seems like a partner. A manager, you should be able to fire whenever you want to fire him based on whatever deal you have. Now, maybe that includes, hey, you're going to be my manager for this entire record deal. Okay, cool, if that's what you want. But if your manager is baked in your deal that even if he's not working, he still gets paid, that seems like a partner, not a manager. A manager gets 20% off the top when he does services for you. But if your music does well, you know, and you had this deal, and whatever that comes from this deal, if he just gets paid no matter what, that sounds like a partner or an investor. But again, I'm trying to show you the sleight of hand of, you know, Wack speaking as if people don't understand, like the music industry is so complicated.
There goes Akademiks again, making sure everybody knows that Porky's been spinning them and warning people not to let him do it. He's calling out how Porky tries to make the music industry seem way more complicated than it actually is. So once again, Akademiks is pulling back the curtain and lifting Porky's skirt up.
Money Bag Yo.
Oh, so he originally signed
Mob Ties.
and then Mob Ties.
JPE, which is the dad. You got Atlantic as the mother company. So that's 4. And then him. You see what I'm saying? So his 20% is really probably 20% of a 40%.
Okay, and this is where Wack does the talking. You know, when Wack starts doing this shit, like, well, he got to be right.
Which is really,
And he's kind of right here about finesse.
like 8%. This
But now the conversation comes back to him and Blueface.
is where Act gets shut down at. He said Blueface is signed to me, right? Blueface was signed to Cash Money West.
Okay. Now, this is, you know, I'll acknowledge I don't know the full details or all the intricacies of his business, but I'm going off what I always heard Wack say. So Cash Money West is Birdman's company, right? That's kind of ran or overseen by Wack 100, or was, I don't know if currently. But just like how Atlantic, Uzi's quote unquote technically signed to, Uzi's really signed to Generation Now. That's called a production company. Wack 100 is leaving out a step. Yeah, Blueface is signed to Cash Money West, but my understanding is that he's signed to Cash Money West through 100 ENT, which is Wack's production company. So technically, Blueface is signed to you, and you signed his rights to Cash Money. Now, I could be wrong. I haven't seen his contracts. And, you know, shit, you want me to go back on my trusted site? I could go back on my trusted site.
Nah, you ain't wrong, nigga. Yeah, woo, that's your ass, Mr. Postman. Hey, watch what he do. I'm telling, watch what he do. I swear, you know, they always get exposed, bro. He's not gonna see right now. Think about it, right? Look how Wack 100 spends his day. He spends his day on an app that doesn't pay him. He brags about having these rooms. All you have is a name. People want to associate you with their channels. You know what I'm saying? And you claiming that they on the 100 ENT side and all this little clubhouse shit is for children. It's juvenile shit. Nigga, like, nigga, where the money at? Put some numbers on the scoreboard, or can we see a contract, bro? If you were so positive, you always want to expose some shit, watch how he get exposed this year. I guarantee you that when people see that contract, all Blueface got to do is show it. He know it would end Wack 100. You see what I'm saying? It would end him. So now he's probably going to be there for Blueface. He's like, yeah, I'm there forever for him. He made me rich. Blueface and probably got that boy rich. You see what I'm saying? I think Blueface money may have depleted, but I don't think he's broke by far shot, right? He know how to go get it. He know how to operate under his name. Once you build a name, a brand for yourself, you can easily go get some money. And Wack 100 is staying relevant through Clubhouse and No Jumper because he's waiting on his next big deal. You see what I'm saying? He's trying to stay relevant so he can make another deal. Because just imagine if Wack 100 had no relevant shit going on. He can't go negotiate no deals. What are you currently doing? You see what I'm saying? So he's staying in the media. And a lot of, let me tell y'all something, homie. Catch this game, right? Now, Birdman might not be no gangster, right? I mean, well, might not be no blood. But ain't nobody trying to associate themselves with somebody who sits on the internet for free and expose people. Literally sits on the internet, pulling people paperwork, getting in everybody business, talking down on everybody. And then you think that I don't think you probably talk about me like that? You got to realize when you hang around niggas that's always talking about niggas that y'all hang with, what make you think they ain't gonna talk about you like that, bro? I always, when I see a nigga like cherry picking and backbiting and all that shit about a nigga that we all hang around, if we all hang around this nigga, bro, and you talking shit about this nigga, it's no way on this blacktop that I won't be fucking with you like that. That's a sucker to me, bro. I'm not fucking with no suckers, bro. I have a problem with that shit. Like, nigga, say it to that nigga face, bro. What you saying all that shit for? Say it to the nigga face. You know what I'm saying? I'll get in with that nigga. Tell him how you feel. Because, see, you know, it's a lot of niggas out here that be jealous. It's that envy that a nigga be holding on his heart. But if you ask that nigga, like, hey, man, nigga, what's the word? Nigga, like, what's up with you? Oh, shit, bro. It's all good, man. I ain't tripping. He'll never identify himself as a hater. A hater never identify himself as what he is. Sometimes you can see them. You can smell that shit on the nigga, though. You see what I'm saying? Just walk by a nigga and smell that nigga. Yeah, nigga, something ain't right. Something off on you, nigga. Something off on you. Yeah, nigga, your chest is pumping, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And just watch how people, you got to be mindful because when you get into it with certain people, bro, they been feeling like that shit about you, bro. That shit wasn't just no coincidence that all of a sudden a nigga want to nigga pump his chest out and nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, nigga, you been feeling like that. You just scared. I gave you a reason to do it. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I say be careful what you ask God for. Because you know, a lot of y'all be like, God, please show me all my enemies that's against me and not for me. And guess what God will do? He'll fuck around and show you that it's your mama, your uncle, your brother, your cousin. And God will reveal some shit to you, homie. Be careful because the power of the tongue speaks life and death, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say you gotta, man, you gotta learn, man, your cutoff game gotta be strong, bro. You see what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of us, it's cool to be, I think we all is delusional about shit, right? But when you get super delusional about shit where you can't cut something off, then you have an illness inside your head because it's not real in the first place. It's nothing I can't bounce back from. It's literally nothing. I could go through through hell, nigga, lions, tigers, and bears. I'm gonna bounce back because I understand the mentality between the conscious and the subconscious, right? And I know I'm jumping over the board, but see, this is the thing. Blueface know damn well, bro, that you should be way more up than you are down. And why you got Wack 100 around, it's this delusion like you feel like you owe him a loyalty because he discovered you. He helped you get your first deal. And even though it went all down south, this the same nigga who damn near stuck his thumb in you with no Vaseline. You see what I'm saying? And backdoored you. Like, man, come on, bro. So you gotta learn how to cut ties, man. Every nigga that's good to you ain't good for you. Man, that shit be flying off the head. Sometimes I be shocking myself, nigga. Everything good to you ain't good for you. I like that right there, boy. That's all right. Hello, let's go.
And pull up Blueface's name, right? We could pull up his name and, you know, give me 1 second. I don't know. Let me go find some tracks. Hold on. I'll put it on screen when I find. What was like his biggest track? Is it like? Okay. Here we go with this. Why does it say record label unavailable? All right, it's all good. What I'm gonna do is let me do here and let me just go to Spotify yet again, right? So when I go to Spotify and let's go to Blueface. This is gonna, they usually are accurate and will print wherever it's coming through, which you can figure out label information there, right? So I don't know. His latest single is called Vibes, right? Vibes. Rich the Kid, DDG, and Blueface. I don't think this is. I think this is Rich the Kid's song, low key. What's the last? I want to see the last Blueface solo song to be able to see. Better featuring Stunner Girl. Okay, let's look at that. Now, you see what you see right here that says 2026 100 ENT. That's what Spotify is acknowledging.
Oh, got him.
So when they're gonna pay out.
Oh, got him. Spot him, got him. God digital. God digital. Damn. Come on, Blue. What is you doing, bro? What is you doing? The nigga dogged you out the first round with Cash Money, and you still letting man put it under my man. That's crazy, bro. Man, see, everything that's good to you ain't good for you. Nigga, that's crazy work. So by you putting it out under 100 ENT means you're getting paid off of Blueface music. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Now that didn't do too much, though. I think what that say, it's like, it did 149,000. Yeah, that didn't, that's, ain't really nothing. You know what I'm saying? You need the millions, you know what I'm saying? Because, Spotify, all these people, they getting they cut. Wack 100 is definitely getting paid off of Blueface music. Why? What are you doing with it? Are you paying for the music videos? Or you know what? I think because he might have signed a bad contract with that nigga. Like you still owe that nigga years of music, and you putting it out under his production company, homie. That shit foul, bro. I don't even see how y'all niggas could support a nigga. Y'all know that nigga been robbing, finessing that young nigga since he was 18 years old. That's crazy.
For this song, even though it's only 142,000 views, they're gonna pay 100 ENT. That's Wack 100's company. Now, granted, from what I'm hearing and kind of like, I'm kind of figuring it out. It doesn't seem like Cash Money is in the picture anymore. So I get it. Now the production company stands alone. So it's just through Wack, right? Now, but right now, and this would be my argument to Wack. Your last song is dropped through a quote-unquote record label that you own. How are you not his label?
Now Porky wants to act like Blueface isn't signed to him, saying he's signed to Cash Money West and that it's all Birdman. But you heard what Akademiks just said. He pointed out that the last song was released directly under CS2Back's label. So how is he not signed to you? For some reason, Porky doesn't want people to know. He doesn't want it out there that Blueface is signed to him and locked into a management contract, where he's taking 70% of his money. That's almost worse than what Bob Arum and Top Rank were accused of doing to Manny Pacquiao. It's the exact same setup. CS2Back is the Black Bob Arum.
He could just upload this to TuneCore without you. If you're not his label, it shouldn't say 100 ENT. It could say on Schoolyard Crib. When it says this, it's because it's going up through you as a label. That's how it works. You get what I'm saying? It doesn't. Okay, now let's go off this assumption that Cash Money's not involved in this one, but maybe in the past one. So let's go back. Let's go back to 2024. We're going to pick a random song, but it has to be a Blueface song. We want to see how these things came out. Baby Mama. Okay, this is 2023. Perfect. Baby Mama Drama. Let's click on this song. What the fuck is this? 88601 records DK. Okay. So what this is telling me now, right? What this is telling me, at least currently, let's go to BDD. Like, again, I'm just trying to figure out label. Okay, what label is this? 88601. 88601 records. When I look on the song stats for this, I could tell whose label is registered to. It's distributed through DistroKid. And they've dropped TK, Cowboy, Rich the Kid, DDG. It says related artists, but it looks like it's mainly a DDG. No, not DDG. I mean, it's a Blueface label. Okay, so I don't know. That could be something else. And that's where I'm down to stand and say if I'm wrong, right? But going back, still in 2023. Oh, hold up. Sorry, Chad. In 2023, I want to make sure this is big. Pause. It says 100 ENT. I don't know. This song is a big song. So Spotify would pay out 100 ENT.
Wow. Wow. That's so you mean to tell me this whole time that Cash Money just let you use their logo, basically. You see what I'm saying? And man, that's crazy. Nigga, he's been signed under this nigga Wack this whole time. 100 ENT, bro. That's you. You can't deny it. The records don't deny that, bro. Man, that nigga been right. That's crazy, man. Y'all, man, you know what's so crazy? I remember when he asked Wack 100 wife, like, would you let your son sign this record deal? She was like, hell yeah. That's, man, she know all that nigga dirty secrets, bro. That's why he don't say nothing about her, because she can unfold so much shit on Wack, bro. And it's always like that, though, man. How y'all feel about that, though, chat? How y'all really feel about that? This whole time we thinking, you know, look, he doing a little press run talking about, yeah, nigga, I'm signed to Cash Money. Every song that is coming out since 2023 is showing 100 ENT. I ain't never seen nothing that said Cash Money West on it anyway. You know what I'm saying? That didn't even last that long, bro. He been selling that dream. He still got that Cash Money West chain and, you know, all that type. And I wouldn't be surprised if that nigga paid for that shit himself. Birdman didn't buy that shit for him. Them niggas said, he said, hey, Birdman, hey, man, let me use that Cash Money West logo, man. You know what I'm talking about? He's like, yeah, go ahead, dog, move. Yeah, you got the bird call, love one. Yeah, I know how them niggas be doing it. And then you run around, oh, man, it's Cash Money West. And shit, but Birdman told me to put it under 100 ENT. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's crazy. Where's that contract at, bro? Since 2023, shit, let's go back to 2018. Somebody, whoever got Spotify or something, go to 2000. When he get signed, I think he was pushing like 2021 or 2018. Whatever that is, that Tatiana song, I want to know, because that's the song that put him on. You see what I'm saying? When they redid it and did the video. I bet you if that shit go back to 100 ENT, that's how we know Wack 100 made his money. Yeah, he probably could take him to court. Let's go.
So Spotify would pay out 100 ENT. So Spotify would pay out 100 ENT.
So as you can see, Akademiks is throwing Porky straight under the bus. CS2back tried to go on Adam's show and clean it all up, but Akademiks wasn't letting that happen, because if he did, he'd basically be admitting that he didn't know what he was talking about. And he wasn't willing to do that. Instead, he broke it all down and made it clear that he does know what he's talking about, and that CS2back was sitting right in front of Adam, 22, lying to his face and lying to everyone watching, when he tried to claim that Blueface was signed to Birdman.
Now, whether Wack considers 100 ENT a production company or a record label, it's the same thing. Usually, just colloquially, people think that the record label is the funding party, which is Cash Money if Cash Money is attached. But he's technically signed to, or normally, because I don't know what deal they really have going on, but he's signed to you. Like, for example, if Atlantic Records drops Uzi and Uzi drops a song without Atlantic, it's still gonna say Generation Now. He's signed to Generation Now. That's it. If Blueface was not signed to Wack, 100 ENT would not be on his music. why is your record label on his music? So that's why I'm coming up with that. I haven't seen their contract, just to be clear, but I'm going off of this because let's go find some other songs. I don't know, Blue Racks, This Is Better Days. Okay, This Is Better Days. Is this one, let's get to come outside. Tell them boys get out the way. Yeah, right here. Outside Better Days. This is 2021. Let's click on this. Here we go. Fifth Amendment. Okay, so this one. So what it appears to me is that, I don't know, maybe he's signing these like single deals. It might be single deals. See, I don't know. And this one, I stand to be wrong. Because if we keep seeing different labels, now some of this label shit is because of Bobby Billions. So Bobby Billions is on Empire and whatever. And E1, I think that's the one who distributed Blueface's record. But I'm just going off of what we're seeing. That's it. That's it. So sometimes Blueface is dropping records coming out through what seemingly is Wack's. Where was Tatiana under? Let me just look at all these big songs. Here we go. Fuck. Why can't shit, Tatiana. I'm trying to figure it out. Hold on. Tatiana. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm just trying to look at the label information. Okay, so in 2018, there is no Wack on this, right? There's no Wack. And that's the first album. Then Dirtbag drops. And that's on Cash Money. So Dirtbag has Cash Money on it. So seemingly 100 ENT is not involved yet. Then Famous Crip Reloaded drops. And who drops that? Fifth Amendment. Well, they own the rights to it, so they would obviously redrop it. But later on, it looks like, so again, I'm down to amend, I'm not that egotistical. What it appears is that Wack 100's label came in after, looked like Cash Money does no longer do business with Wack. It's very clear, right? Like they literally was on a second album. We don't see them since.
Now we've got Akademiks confirming that Birdman and Cash Money no longer do any business with CS2 back, meaning Cash Money West is officially no more. So that means Love's Boys is no longer an A&R.
It's BET weekend. My baby mom and my daughter go to the celebrity basketball game. It's at Crenshaw High. People sending me pictures. Wack, what's up? I look at the pictures. It's my baby mom and my daughter. Guess who 2 feet behind them? Big U.
Why don't the media do Epstein like they do Diddy? We know everything. We know Diddy like to put comb on his nipples for men. Him and Cassie like to suck the comb off. So this is detail. Why we don't know details about Epstein? Where are the children? Where are their stories? Where are their testimonies? Why don't we have open access to Giselle's testimony and her cooperation with the government?
You mean Ghislaine? Yeah.
Ghislaine.
Yeah.
You know why? Because most of the people went to the island was politicians and powerful people, princesses of Wales, all them types, the real freaks, the evil people. The evil people who can go to an island and have access to children that nobody knows have been kidnapped in the world. The evil people, those are politicians. Those aren't poor people. Those are not people on drugs. Those are not gangbangers that's doing this. Gangbangers hurt their own people. But it's a group of people that take our children and they disappear, and powerful people have access to them. Child sex trafficking has surpassed drugs and guns in the world.
Yeah, it's the Rap Radar Podcast. My name is B-Dot.
All right, so yeah, man. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Let me see something real fast. All right, so that went up out of there. All right. So we got one more piece, man. That's cold-blooded though, bro. Yeah, nigga. Hey, he been dog walking Blueface for a minute. Hold on. Let's pull up this last little part right here. All right, this is okay, cool. And action.
Blueface. Akademiks claims that you've been stealing money from Blueface.
Yeah, I got on his ass about that. That was crazy.
So for the record, he said that since Blueface is signed to you on a music level and managed by you, that means that you're essentially taking like half of his money. I feel like we already kind of covered this because we covered this recently that you are not a traditional manager taking 20% of everything with Blueface.
No, here's the thing with Akademiks. When I talked to him, I said, have you ever done a contract with anybody musically? No. I said, what are you talking about? Well, I'm looking at Finesse. Finesse's contract, he got 4 or 5 people in his shit. I would never allow that to happen with none of my clients. Because I know too many direct people.
But who is it? It's
Money Bag Yo.
Oh, so he originally signed
Mob Ties.
And then Mob Ties.
JPE, which is the dad.
His dad?
His dad. JPE, which is James Prince Jr.'s dad.
Oh.
You got Atlantic as the mother company. So that's 4. And then him.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? So his 20% is really probably 20% of a 40%, which is really like 8%.
I'd quit rapping.
He didn't know. You get what I'm saying? So I'm telling Ack, I said, Ack, that'll never happen. First of all, this is where Ack gets shut down at. He said Blueface is signed to me, right?
He's not though, right?
Blueface was signed to Cash Money West.
Right.
Cash Money West is owned by who?
Birdman.
I just oversee that division. So what the fuck are you talking about? You know, but I think Ack in his defense, he just like, you know, people just go to talking and saying shit.
I mean,
you know you done fucked up, right? You know you done fucked up, right? They finna, man, hey, where the exposers at when it come to Wack 100? It's like he could expose everybody, but let a nigga try to expose his ass. Yeah, nigga, what you talking about? Cash Money did a 1 album deal, bro. That was 2019. 2019. So if he's still your client, you're helping him get through these little independent 360 deals. That's all I'm thinking you was pushing for him. 360 deals. You see what I'm saying? And you getting points off of whatever song that hit. Now, Better did 1.2 million on YouTube. But on Spotify, Apple, it only did 100 and some thousand. You saw 149,000. That's trash. That is trash, bro. The number, I thought it was gonna be a bigger record than that, but it looks like his career is dropped. He make more money streaming than he do music. There's no way he'll be sitting up in the studio trying to do hours of creating music, knowing he ain't getting no money out of that shit when he got a restaurant and he got a mortgage he got to pay, which they say that's in default, allegedly, right? That boy was 18 years old. He didn't have no business credit. He didn't have any credit. So who you think put shit in their name? Wack 100. I'm telling you, Blueface need a car, he go ahead and co-sign for him and put his name on that shit. I bet you if we go through oh boy shit, nigga, 9 out of 10 Wack digital fingerprint is gonna be all through Blueface shit. It's impossible, bro. That nigga was you caught that boy when he was 18 years old. You was grooming him. You know what I'm saying? Look, I got you. I'm gonna take care. Yeah, you motherfuckers do it, boy. Yeah, nigga. I remember they tried to sign me to a situation, and you know, the Muslims had some. It was some shit, man. I ain't gonna get into it, man. But I thank God I turned down that record deal because I'd have been stuck like Blueface. A lot of y'all be wanting these deals just to have this place of belonging. And I don't care if they give you $150,000. You're gonna blow that shit. When you give somebody $150,000 to $250,000, you know what an average youngster go do that come from the hood? He gonna go get everything that he always wanted. He gonna go get the jewelry. He gonna go get the car. He gonna go get that female that didn't give him the time of day. You see what I'm saying? And it's gonna get ugly. Hell yeah, she gonna be running through your shit. Oh, you seen that new Saint Laurent bag, that new Chanel classic bag, or that Damier Louis Vuitton bag? Yeah, it's gonna be about 40,000, 60,000. I'm worth it. Yeah, right. Nigga, you living nigga on Hooper and McKinley. All of a sudden you got expensive taste and shit. Yeah, come on, man. This game is cold, bro. He literally had that boy when he was 18 years old, fresh out of high school, didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Let's go.
It's helpful to kind of ignore the details of a situation when you want to just talk shit.
Yeah, I mean, what the f are you talking about? Like, listen, the Blueface get a $250,000 cash advance, right? From the label, right? And let's say I am the label, right? That's his $250,000. I don't get none of that.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Then I still got to go do everything else that got to get done for the project, right? Now, if I go book a tour, I'll go route a tour. I'll go over here and get a merch deal. I'll go put together some fights. Management side, I get my standard management percent. I don't know what the he talking about or what the my artists, none of my
You go get a percentage of the fight. This nigga telling on himself, cat. Woo, shit, yeah, boy. You know you fucked up, right? Yeah, nigga, they finna get on your onion, nigga. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, they about to look into your motherfucking ass now, boy. Hey, I told you, boy. Hey, just get the internet a reason. Get the internet a reason. I'm telling you, the internet don't say nothing to you unless somebody got something to say about you. Yeah, nigga, it's about that time, man. Yeah, Cash Jones, it was a pleasure knowing your motherfucking ass, boy. Woo, shit. You shouldn't even be speaking. Look, you speaking in reference of yourself. Nigga, you talking about you making money off of his a fight deal? Somebody say, hey, Blueface, hey, you think Blueface will fight somebody? Yeah, I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen. Hey, Blueface, such and such want to fight you. I told them don't worry about nothing. I'll get it all done, make sure you straight, but I'm going to get my management fee. Nigga, come on. Boy, damn, nigga, you got Blueface out here looking bad, man. I see why you don't really see them together, though. You see what I'm saying? Remember, he used to be around Wack all the time, man. Only time that nigga come around, unless there's some money involved. If Wack 100 can't get no money about a Blueface, he not coming around him, bro. Let's go.
I'll go route a tour. I'll go over here and get a merch deal. I'll go put together some fights. Management side, I get my standard management percent. I don't know what the he talking about or what the my artists, none of my artists have never been in a situation where it's 4 or 5 people in they shit. It ain't gonna happen like that. I'm not gonna let it happen like that. Period. I don't make friends in them buildings.
Did you ask Act to clean that up publicly, or you just don't care?
No, I told him to clean it up. He been ducking me.
Ooh.
I said, no, Act. We gotta go. I said, you gotta come on the other side, or I gotta go on your channel. Like you be calling me on there for everything else. And we gonna, cause see, he knows he's never done a contract. You get what I'm
See, that's where you messed up at, right? That's where he messed up at. But y'all gotta understand something, homie. I get Blueface, man, because you know, when we come from the streets, bro, oatmeal is better than no meal. Check me out. Oatmeal is better than no meal, man. You see what I'm saying? And what people don't realize is shit, nigga. I remember back in the day, nigga, when nigga like, man, just all I need like 10 bands. Nigga, give me 10 bands. I'm gonna turn that bitch into 40, nigga. 40 into 80, 80 into 120. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't even no real type of money. $10,000 ain't it's, man. That's one man. Man, it's probably a lot to somebody who ain't never touched it. But at the same time, though, man, you know, shit, nigga, oatmeal is better than no meal, man. So he took that ride, man. But you also got to realize, 18 years old, he didn't have a lawyer look over his contracts. He trusted Wack 100. You see what I'm saying? You got to pay for a lawyer to read those contracts and all that shit. He didn't have no money. You see what I'm saying? So basically, why would you get a percentage of his $250,000? For number one, if he gets signed to $250,000, you gotta, that's tax. That's not no money that he could just, oh, I got 250 large. You gotta pay taxes on that, right? Boom. Did you got him on paying taxes? I'm pretty sure he owed the IRS too. So that's probably why he can't move too much, because they'll snatch that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, man, you probably didn't, man, hey, Wack probably didn't, man, the way this about to look, man, the way I'm projecting, hopefully that's not what it is. Man, they about to, man, what? Listen, 250,000 to a young nigga, he gonna blow that. He 18 years old. He ain't never touched that type of money. And when he blew that shit, now you out here, you slanging that nigga like a prostitute. Hey, man, hey, Blueface, you gotta take this fight, man. You got a mortgage to pay. You got these bills to pay. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to do this. You got to do that, man. You spent all that money, man. The album ain't doing too good, man. This might be it. Because Cash Money was on, Most labels, when you get them label deals, they only do a 1 album deal. It's not like Blueface was signed to Cash Money West. Matter of fact, did it even say Cash Money West? It said Cash Money. I still ain't seen no website. You could type in Cash Money West. It's only like Reddit, like little little vlogs, blog sites and shit. There's no actual website to Cash Money West. And on Spotify, it said Cash Money Records, right? That was a 1 album deal. That was in 2019. It's 2026. So who's been responsible for his career? You're the first person he met in the industry, and you still around him. So you can't say he out here doing shit on his own, because right now, all those new songs is going under you. So you getting a percentage of what is you managing? You know what I'm saying? Is you paying for the video or something? That nigga got enough money to pay for his own video. He got his own engineer. Like, what are you really getting paid for? Like, he literally can put that shit on CD Baby, DistroKid, but you don't want to let him do that because you want a piece of the pie. Like, what? I don't understand. In 2026, there's no reason why you would need a Wack 100. You already famous. You already got notoriety, cars, mansions, restaurant. Why do you still need Wack 100 after he couldn't keep you going? What is he producing? You see what I'm saying? Little small shit, a fight deal. That's anybody that love to throw you a fight bag. You in a streaming game. Why do you need Wack 100? Why is it that you putting out music under 100 ENT when you literally can go put it on DistroKid? Yourself, DistroKid will distribute it through Apple Music, Spotify, all that shit. I'm pretty sure you BMI, all that. It's no reason why. Only reason why he would do that, unless you're hurting and he needs you need him to help you make a couple dollars. You see what I'm saying? Because you gave him his first deal. You probably got that boy feeling like he owe you his loyalty and all that type of shit, bro. That's crazy work, man. You still, you know what I'm saying, finessing that young man. You know what I'm saying? Let's go.
I'm saying?
I think he tried to sign some artists.
He's never done a contract to even understand it.
Yeah, okay.
You get what I'm saying? So at that point in time, it's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Now, if you done a contract.
So what are you saying? What are you saying, bro? Like, you saying because a nigga ain't, it was a time where you ain't never did a contract before. You see what I'm saying? Like, it don't take a rocket science to comprehend. Some people have great comprehension skills. Just because they use certain words and terminology don't mean that you can't get clarity on that shit. Yeah. Sometimes common sense ain't common, but common sense is common sense, man. Let's go.
We can have a back and forth, right? But if you don't understand how that works, an artist's cash advance is his cash advance. Now, if I'm operating as manager and I go right and put together that deal, then yeah, I will get a cut of that. You get what I'm saying? But if I'm operating, overseeing a label, and I'm the manager, and I'm the one.
Y'all heard that? See, Wack is very cautious on how he speak, how he think. He's a sharp intellect person. He know how to pick up, you know what I'm saying, on energy. You see what I'm saying? He caught himself. He was finna slip and drop that ball. You see what I'm saying? But you also got to pay attention to detail. He said if he went and got a deal, yeah, he get a cut of the deal. Not no management, percentage. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about a cut of the deal. You see what I'm saying? Y'all remember when Nipsey was signed to Steve Lobel and Big U? They both took 40% or 20% each off of Nipsey Hussle's music. You taking a percentage off of Blueface, I'm pretty sure you getting a 40%, and you probably getting a manager. Oh man, come on, bro. Come on, Blue. Come on, Blue. I get it, man. He gave you a quarter M. He got you a quarter M. You blew it. But you made it this far. You got DDG on your side. Shit, go sign to DDG. Go, DDG is the biggest YouTuber that's on the West Coast right now. Well, one of them, should I say. He puts out his own music under his own shit. I'm pretty sure because y'all boys, you can put that shit out under DDG label and be straight. Get way more. You might as well sign to DDG. You'll be eating more. You get this man is, what do you get? Blueface is a household name. All Blueface got to do is stay relevant. Somebody will throw a deal his way. He put out a dope single. Start doing the reality TV shows. Somebody will throw that man a bag. You see what I'm saying? Why? Like prime example, he got a TV reality show coming out, right? I'm pretty sure Wack 100 is getting the cut of that. You already had your own relationship with Zeus Network, and it's coming out under Zeus Network. Why is Wack 100 getting a bag off of that? One person that I promise y'all this: if he ever break up with his situation, that person is going to unload everything about Wack 100. This is the dangerous part because, you know, when he was married, you know, that's your wife, you safe. But when you got a girlfriend and you break up with the girlfriend or shit just, you know, she realized what it is, they always tell them stories, man. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I tell you something, man, stay with your queen, man. Don't you let that girl go. Hell no, nigga. She'd be on here like, yeah, she was pegging you and shit. Yeah, you gotta be careful, man. You see what Kevin Gates going through. What's that girl named Brianna something said she was pegging that man with a 7.5 something, some weird shit, man. You know, so yeah, man. I strongly believe nobody stays at the top forever. Like, especially when you out here exposing people, ruining people's lives, threatening people, bullying people, and all that crazy stuff. Someday, some way, the universe got a way of turning shit back on you. Like, he's the only one that ain't never really been through no major embarrassing moment on the internet. Let's go.
They're saying, hey, give this artist the favoritism for that slot because this is my artist. Whatever his cash advance is his cash advance. If he got $500,000 coming, that's his $500,000. Nothing comes out of that man's $500,000 at all. So, you know, I told that. He been quiet on me for like 2 days. He went loud and said the crazy shit. I thought it was kind of crazy because I'm like, goddamn, Mac, we supposed to be boys. Why the f would you even throw me in some type of crazy shit like that?
But are him and Blueface like actively beefing, or is that kind of over?
Well,
they used to be going at it crazy.
It started again. I think it was more of a shot at Blueface.
Yeah.
Because he tried to say Blueface is not that intelligent. Was Blueface is extremely smart. Blueface understand this business. I done taught him the business. He get a lot of money in this business. Right? So I don't know. You know, I guess he just talking this shit. I guess he can't talk about Krishan Rock no more because that ain't a thing. Right? And Blueface is kind of like doing what he want to do, as you saw, when he want to do it, whoever he want to do it with. And
making out with Stunna Girl in the music video.
And Blueface is streaming now. And I guess he's getting a great reaction. So I don't know, maybe it was an attack on Blueface. That shit don't work internally in our camp anyway. Because we all know what's going on. That's just like a motherfucker telling Josh, you're dumb. You know, fucking Adam pays you $1,000 a month. That's not gonna move Josh. Because y'all know what's going on, whatever the case may be.
Yeah, that's crazy work, man. So yeah, man, y'all go ahead and like, hype, subscribe to the channel, man. You new to the channel, man. My name Big Nina Boy, man. I'm always dropping dope content. And yeah, man, yeah, y'all log in, man. We got more content coming on the way. And yeah, I'll see y'all in the next video. Let's go.
If I call you